Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I am here today with Masha Koyen. I always say that wrong. From Content Vertical. She's my copywriter, and you do audits for my Profit Insider Academy on the copy on their website. So I'm excited for this topic. We've covered similar topics before, but your angle is always going to be different because you're coming at it from a different angle. So tell us about what somebody should have on their homepage.
Sounds well. Thanks for having me, Nancy. It's always great to. I'm always looking forward to these lives. But yes, homepage. I have to say, it's one of my favorite pages to write because this is one of the most important pages on an interior design website. It is also one of the most visited pages, so it's absolutely critical that you get it right. But the good news is there's only a few key things that you have to have. So it's hard to get it wrong, yet I see interior designers getting it wrong when their home pages are, because like you said, I do a lot of audits. So what I typically see is either just a beautiful photo and no words. And I mean, you always have to think about it from the audience's point of view. Where do you want them to go from their user experience? Where do you want them to go when they get on your homepage? You, as I said before, you are the host of this party. You have to tell them where to go next, what to look at next, what to read, what button to click, everything. So let's talk about the essentials. First thing, we're talking about above the fold on the homepage, and there's about 3 things that you should have above the fold: a headline, subhead, and a call to action. Not always you'll have a subhead and call to action, but you should always have to have a headline. And the way to think about your headline is there are a couple of things you could have as part of your headline or in place of your headline is a transformation. A transformation that you help your clients achieve. That's probably the most common headline for an interior design website. Another thing you could have is a problem. This one is a less frequent one to have because an interior design business, it's kind of like an aspirational thing. So you don't really communicate a problem, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it is a good headline, especially if it's a problem that your target audience acutely feels or experiences in real life. So because the goal of your headline is to connect emotionally to what your audience is feeling. So we're looking at a transformation, a problem. It could also be a promise that you're making to your interior design audience. So we've got a problem, a transformation, or a promise that you're making.
Okay, a problem, a transformation, or what's the last one?
A promise. So
promise
that you promise to achieve. Another thing, and this is probably one of my favorite ones to use for a headline, it's your unique value transformation. And Nancy, you know how important the unique value transformation is, and what better place on your homepage to have is right above the fold, because what you want to do is as soon as people land on your homepage, on your website, they land above the fold. So that place right before they start scrolling, that's where they land. And if your unique value proposition is right then and there, they have no way to miss it. And it communicates to them immediately who you are, who you serve, how you serve, and why it should be you as opposed to another interior designer.
Okay, but let's break this down because a lot of very well-known interior designers will have that one big hero shot, highly crisp and beautiful, and not have any words over it. And that's all the person sees when they first go to their website. And they don't have any words on overlaying on that picture. And you're saying if that's the only thing that's above, we call it above the fold, everyone. So you know what that means is that you don't have to scroll. The minute you go on their website, that's where you land. Anything there is what Masha's talking about. Above the fold is where you should have a promise, a problem you're solving, or a transformation of somebody. So, or a headline with your unique value proposition. So give me some examples, Masha. Do you have any handy?
Sure. So for example, if you are a designer that's known for creating Okay, the one that I'm working on right now is a designer in Florida. And she is known for a virtual design service, but her thing is all about luxury, but with a practical approach. So you could say some. Hold on, let me just open it up because I know it's right there.
That's okay.
So I'm going with, let's see, effortlessly elegant, simply livable homes. And right above the headline, what I will have is beyond virtual design with in-person convenience, because she does virtual design, but she also does trips to people's homes. So it's kind of like a very, very unique service. In part, like in the way I structured this headline, it's kind of a promise. It's also her unique value transfer proposition, but it's also that very critical thing that she does very differently. She is an interior designer, but she's also virtual interior designer. So I can use all things in one, but it is a promise and it is a unique value proposition. So I'm going with effortlessly elegant, simply livable homes as the main headline. The subhead is luxury interior design service with a practical approach. So your headline is that main promise. The subhead is simply, let's elaborate on a headline, because something else. It's not supposed to reinstate the same thing. It's supposed to add to it, amplify it a little bit.
Yeah, and it sounds like to me that that second line just connected with me more. And in some cases, the first line is going to connect with other people. So you're actually covering a larger personalities as well, personality scope.
Exactly. So we've got a headline and a subheadline. The thing that comes next is the call to action. And I don't always recommend to have a call to action above the fold for anyone. If it feels right to you, if it feels that your headline and subhead communicates enough to your ideal audience, that you could lead or follow up with a subheadline where a person might be ready to schedule that consultation or to book a call or whatever that call to action. Because sometimes you have a call to action where you can kind of guide people to your contact page, or it could be something else. It could be download our lead magnet, or it could be something else. Or I've done homepages where the call to action above the fold would be learn more about us, because sometimes it's simply not enough information that you've communicated, and your differentiator is on your about page. So you want people to learn about your brand story, about how you do things, or maybe it's to see your work because your aesthetic is so different that.
Uh-oh, Masha, we have no volume from you. You're out of volume. We're not hearing you. Can you hear me? You're still live. Uh-oh. All right. You're on your phone. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you at all anymore. I'm not sure why. Uh-oh. Nope. No. All right. Tech issues, everybody. This is reality when you work from home. Masha came in live on her computer. We had some problem with volume there. So we went on the phone and we still have some problems. So Masha, what I'll ask you to do is go in under this live when we're done, which I guess we're going to be done a little early, and put in your 3 things there, because we only got to 2 of them. And I know you have such value to give everybody. And then, of course, put your link on how people can contact you. So everyone, go over to contentvertical.com. Check out Masha's website. She's a copywriter extraordinaire, especially for websites. And you need her if you're not attracting your ideal client. So sorry for the tech issues. It happens sometimes, and we just roll with the punches over here. Okay. So thank you, Masha, for coming and giving us the tips you did, and we'll look for the additions in the comments on the Facebook page when you get a chance. Okay. Right. Bye, everybody.